Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, you guys, I have got such a treat for you. Now, Ernie actually colored and styled a human hair bob he found on Amazon. And it was such a process that even I had to step in and offer my support because he just needed my help desperately. Desperately!
She's the generous queen.
I'm getting no reaction out of him. Anyways, this is the hair right here that we colored using Brad Mondo's temporary dyes. If you want to see the process of Ernie actually coloring and styling this wig, be sure and click the link down below or this card right here. It is a human hair bob and he even curled it and everything. I had no part in that. I was not going to sit there with the little crimping curly wand to get these nice little waves. But he asked his subscribers if I would style it, and being the generous queen that I am, I'm going to style it today. So this is the human hair bob colored by my boyfriend. Yes. So I'm going to transform this today. And I bet you're wondering what this wig is going to look like on my head. Well, it's your lucky day. I'm going to try it on. I'll be right back. Hello, fellow barbs. It is I. Oh my gosh, isn't this fun? What was the music video they said it reminded them of? I'm flashing through all the Nicki Minaj videos. She's had a lot, okay? It's a lot of features to dig through here.
Technically, it's a P. Diddy song, so maybe that's why you don't know the name.
That's probably why. If P. Diddy's involved, I usually skip it. But this is the hair. Look how fabulous she looks. Yes, yes, yes. I'm excited to see what I can create with this. It smells like that temporary dye of Brad Mondo's. Like, it definitely has that scent still there. So maybe I'll have to spray it with some kind of wig perfume. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to transform her. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I have the wig all pinned down to the head. Now, I posted a photo of me wearing this wig on social media, and some folks were saying it was giving Hello Good Morning vibes, like the Nicki feature. Others were saying it was Lil' Kim vibes. What's this wig give you? What's the vibe? What's the moment? I want to know. Okay, well, I'm going to get to styling her. Now, Ernie does subtle perma-tease to it, so I am going to approve upon that and do a mega tease to it. Extra high volumes. Now, I'm going to try and be a little careful when it comes to these kind of curls because if you tease it all away, it tends to like just go away and you can't really get them back. So I'm trying to at least keep it so I have a little bit of an end to work with. Also, this wig, when I saw it, was giving me full-on like Gem and the Holograms vibes, like the Misfits. As y'all already know on this channel, I love me some Misfits. Stormer. Bear in mind, Gem and the Holograms was before my time. So I only really caught whatever was on YouTube or whatever was re-voiced over with a name on YouTube I can't repeat anymore because it'll go against my community guidelines. But y'all know which one I'm talking about. With a certain person with evil in their name. If you know, you know. Ooh. Come on, she stuck her finger in the socket. Now, this is serving all kinds of 80s vibes right now. Like, I always love that Nina Hagen reference. She loved her some brightly colored hair, just jacked up to the sky. I live. Did y'all ever see this? It's on YouTube. I believe it's Nina Hagen on a late show. It might be Johnny Carson. And the guest there, I believe, was Milton Berle, or one of those old, like, old school comedians. And they're sitting there while Nina Hagen's performing New York, New York. It's just like a mixture of amazed and also like they kind of want to take the piss out of it, but they don't know how to feel. And that's kind of like impression Nina Hagen generally left on people. It's like, she definitely can sing. It's just, it was so bizarre and so foreign to people to see someone like that. And we don't really have many entertainers like that anymore that really did that. That really like goes out there and makes a big splash. Like, it's very few that come along. Like, I guess you could say Lady Gaga, and I guess modernly Lil Nas X. But like, people that really just go out of their way to like really, you know, push people's buttons or like make them a little more uncomfortable when it comes to their performing. Who was the one in Mexico, Ernesto, you were showing me? Where she was performing and she like went all throughout the audience. Gloria Trevi, yes. She was manic when she performed. I was watching some old clips of Ernie and you're showing me her. And like, I can't really tell what the genre of music is. I'm guessing it's rock and roll in Mexico. Those of you who are more schooled in that, let me know. But I was watching her, like I was enthralled. It's like, it had to be such a refreshing change of pace because like we went on a Talia bender for a minute. And like we're going through all of them, Paulina Rubio, all the classic pop girls. And we got to her. I was looking at it like it was unlike anything you had seen. Like she'd be ripping her stockings while she performed, or she'd be tearing up the set. Like, she performed like a rock star. But like, the songs were, for the most part, fairly conventional pop. The lyrics, from what he was translating to me, were kind of crazy and all over the place. But I guess that was her brand for a moment. And I was just like, well, what's she like now? And I look at her, I was like, it's a complete makeover from when she first started. It's like those artist journeys. Whereas like, I noticed that with a lot of like, especially Mexican pop stars, if they had a rougher edge when they first started, they look very, very glamorous now. They all look like Shania Twain, like very, very done and sequins and long ombre brown hair, very beautiful, very, very polished, like Las Vegas. I always thought that was fascinating, like how careers like that change. Like American pop stars, for the most part, they usually stick to whatever it was that they really like got popular with. Like Joan Jett looks like Joan Jett since she was in the 80s. Like she's never switched her look up. Whereas like, I think it's so different. Like other countries, they really take risks and don't mind completely switching it up, even when it comes to their music. Like we were going through Talia's greatest hits and none of the songs all sound the same. Whereas like pop stars here, they have the same sound forever. All right, I'm gonna tease the rest off camera and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Now she is all teased out and baby, she is serving some punk rock realness right now. I decided I'm just gonna lean in and go for like a full on 80s punk kind of look, like Susie Sue. That's what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna take little chunks of the hair and I'm gonna, small sections at a time, just kind of bring it together, spray it, and just let it go where it will. Because the product that's in it already, the Brad Mondo stuff, like it's got a nice little it's adding a stiffness to the hair that's actually working in my favor. Like the X Mondo color that's already in it, since it's a temporary dye, it's actually giving a nice stiffness to this hair. So I can use it to actually mold it to my advantage for like these punk kind of looks. And what I've noticed, like when I was doing research for it on my break, is a lot of them seem a little Saiyan in the way they're done. Those of you who are Dragon Ball Z fans, like they just stick right out. And Susie Sue's especially was like that, where it was like sticking out, but still like in a feminine way, where like it tapered down and like went and like fell over the face to, in certain places to soften it. But it was still very, very hard and punk, or in her case, goth. Which, you know, in them days was just punk music with synthesizers. But yeah, I have been on a Latin music kick recently with Ernie. Like we've just been going down and like, it's not really nostalgia for me. It's kind of like a new discovery for me because like, I didn't really grow up with a lot of that music. Like I heard Talia, but like her crossover songs, like the one she had at Fat Joe, I knew that one. Like that's how I knew Talia. And of course, when I was like working in Macy's, she had a very, very popular shoe line, or has one, I should say. She still does. That girl is rich. My God, she's married to Tommy Mottola. Do you know that? I didn't know that. I found that out recently. Like, girl, she don't have to work a day in her life. She don't want to. She basically just does music as a hobby at this point. When you see that from like some of the collaborations she does, like she had a song with Pablo Vittar. Like she uses her platform to like lift up new and up and coming artists, which I like. I like that. Because she didn't have to make music anymore if she doesn't want to. And she recently just reshared one of my tweets on her story, which was a nice little moment for me. But it was really fascinating, like getting to know a lot of that music. Because like again, a lot of it I didn't grow up with, so it's all new for me. And like Ernie knows the backstory for a lot of it. Like there's that one we watched where apparently she had a feud with Paulina Rubio. Her name was like Alejandra Guzman. And like he's telling me about her, and apparently one of the big things that happened with her was later on in her career, she had like a botched like butt job. And it went so horribly wrong that like she was wheelchair bound for a little bit. She's since healed, but like it was a big thing in the news over there. And it was just like, wow, like celebrities over there are way different from like over here. And I was loving it. So I'm just trying to play around with those ends. We want punk, rock and roll. This kind of music I had kind of discovered in high school. Like when I started going to the LGBT center and they'd have old gays, they tell you all about like those punk singers of the 80s. And Nina Hagen, I guess, what genre would you put her in? Like it's not really punk music. It's like how you can't really categorize Bjork. Like her music it's just her music. There's no real category for it. Artistic noise is what I like to call it. Those ethereal girl singers. Nina Hagen, Kate Bush would fall into that from time to time. Bjork. It's literally just me doing like this with the ends, like pushing my fingers together. Tell that story because I want height, okay? Yes, Robert Smith vibes. The other thing, like goth hairstyles, I noticed that like the structure was basically find 3 basic points and just make them stick straight there. Like now we gotta work on these. No, Kate, she is serving some 80s punk. I see a few curls that need to get worked up just so it's all sticking up in the same direction. But she is serving some Super Saiyan Hades realness right now. Ernie's probably looking at me like, what are you doing to my wig? Right now for the bangs, I'm just gonna stylize them so that they flare up and over. Because that was very big in the 80s. Like with goth, they all had those really stringy, like spiky bangs. But with this kind of wig, you can't really get away with doing that. So we're gonna combine genres of metal and goth. All right, and this one, as far as on camera work goes, I'm just gonna like tease it down because it really has to get played with while it's on your head to see where you want the hair to like lay. So I'm gonna do a temporary lay like that. But other than that, I'm not really gonna do a whole lot on camera because it has to be on my head. All right, now it's going through the ends slowly to get back some of the structure because we want it to still look like hair. So the waves are going to work in our favor. I'm going to bring back some of the waves at the ends because you want it to still have the look of being hair and not just a big old pile of teas. By doing this, it'll combine the sections back together. Now this is how she looks. I just have to do, like I said, some finishing brushes here to bring back a little bit of the curl structure at the ends because like I said, you still want it to look like hair. Now I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back with our final results. Welcome back. This is the final result. Girl, she is serving some Nina Hagen realness. Yes. Gem and the holograms. I'm feeling it. This is so like Patrick Nagel, a little detoxy in the way it looks. Like she wears a lot of hair like this. I love it. Like those 80s hairstyles that are insane, like Grace Slick. I'm living. Jefferson Airplane, sign me up. Now, if you like this wig, you'll love a wig from Jaymes Mansfield Beauty. I have here the Pardon My Tigress, a beautiful hard front wig available at Jaymes Mansfield Beauty. Scoop it up, they're made to be styled. And I'd like to take a moment, a Venmo moment where I thank everyone who's tipped me on Venmo. I would like to thank Carl, Noah, and Sergio. Thank you all so much for the tips on Venmo. Now, this is a fun little collaborative video I did with Ernie. Yes, check out his video again if you haven't. Jump over there and see how he created the wig and what it looked like. Because honestly, the Amazon bob he got was really nothing to really write home about. But look at all the volume you got after you put a curl in it and you put some teasing into it. Baby, that is a wig. It looks like a double stack. Come on now. Now, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Now hit the outro. Click here and watch me do my makeup after I got Botox. Or see me style a wig from a celebrity hairstylist. Come on, click it, you know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll spoil the end of every Marvel movie for you. So click it.